everyone! Welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Stitcher. My name is Megan. You can find me on Instagram as Megan_Babauta_ or on Ravelry as MamaMadeVM. And as I say, you are all very welcome here. So this past 2 weeks, I've been all over the place with my stitching, so I will say I didn't get very much progress on the things that I'm going to show, but I did put stitches in them. So I'm going to show it. Why not, right? It's something I enjoy and I want to talk about, and I don't want to bore my husband to death, so I'm going to talk to you about it. And so I don't have any starts. I, as you guys know, started a new job, and with the new position, I've just been kind of like arranging my life to work with my new schedule and everything. But since I'm getting home a little bit later, I'm just really tired by the end of the night and I don't want to start a new project. So that leaves it to where the weekends I would have time to start a new project, but I have a lot of stuff to get done on the weekends. So no new starts, but I did stitch a bit on my Summer Quaker. This is Summer Quaker by Rosewood Manor. Let me get the pattern out so I can show you guys. And this is a stitch along that I am stitching with Bridget, the museum stitcher. So myself and her decided to start this in the summer season. It's a really gray, like super gray day here today, but it's supposed to get up to the 80s, so hopefully it does and it makes a nice one. But I did decide to kit this up with the called for Valdani flosses. So these are them. Are you proud of me? I finally put them on floss drops. Amazing. And I make my own floss drops out of just scrapbooking paper that I get from Joann's or Michael's, wherever. And here is my progress. So I'm stitching this on the called for fabric as well. So everything on mine is called for. Bridget, she is using like a really beautiful blue turquoise. I believe it's a Picture This Plus. Sorry, I forget the name of it off the top of my head. She'll have to put it in my comments or I'll put it in the description box, one or the other. So I think last time I had partially finished this motif. Now I just have the basket to finish, and then there's like some singular stitches that I have to put in. And I decided to just randomly pick up here and start the next bud of this little flower. So this is actually almost a page finish. I'm not sure how I'm gonna fill in this basket. I don't like the called for back stitching, so I think I'm gonna do something similar to how this basket is filled in with actual cross stitches and probably do the same up here. I just haven't decided yet, so I'm not gonna do it until the end. And also, I wanna see which pieces I have the most thread left, so that'll help me decide the color. I'm hoping I have one of those brown greeny colors, but you never know. So I'm really happy with this progress. It's not very far from where I was last time, but it's better than nothing. I'm happy to even just be touching projects at this point. This is on an 11 by 11 Q-snap. Again, called for flosses, called for fabric. You can kit this up right now. It's 100% all of it available on the Rosewood Manor website. And this needle minder, which is a tarot card, it says The Stitcher. It is from Ginger Stitches, and she does not ship to the US from her Etsy shop, but she does ship to the US from her Amazon shop. So you can purchase this on Amazon, and that's how I got this one. I just was randomly looking at needle minders and found that. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. This is actually a pretty decent representation of the color. I'm using a new light, and I think it really helps with the colors. So yeah, I'm loving this. It's been really fun. Like I said, not much progress, but I'm happy to just be touching things at this point. Life's always crazy, right? Always changing. So my next whip that I worked on is my Halloween at Hop Run Hollow. I'm still in block 1. My changes to this are I'm just gonna be stitching 2 rows, and I am actually taking every block that has words and I'm stitching those ones, except for the beach scene here, or the sea scene. I will be taking the words from this and implanting them onto the little scarecrow here, because I felt like it suited the colors and everything a little bit better since I am taking out so many of the blocks. And I will be keeping the witches in the middle. So that'll be fun. I also am stitching this on a 32 count crystal doubloon linen, and this is Picture This Plus as well. Picture This Plus is definitely my favorite fabrics. Again, on an 11 by 11 Q-snap, and here is my progress. So not much has changed with her. I actually ended up extending the house here to where it actually is supposed to be. So this is the full length of the little house. And then I started extending this down. And when I ran out of thread is when I called it a night. So I'm happy with this progress. My needle minder on here is from Mad for Minders. And it is kind of like an Edgar Allan Poe reference of the Raven, I believe. So I am really happy with this. And I really like this fabric. You know, I don't like sparkly things, so I didn't think that I was going to like this fabric very much. When I got it, I was actually like, oh man, I'm gonna return that. And I like never return anything because I'm lazy, but I actually debated returning it, and then I knew I wanted to restart this project, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. I would say as well, this would be amazing for a Christmas piece. Amazing. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with my itty bitty bits of progress, but hey, she's getting there, you know, like a few stitches is better than none. My next whip, we went out to, where is the place called? Not Northgate, but anyways, we ended up traveling and it was a couple-hour drive. So I decided I wanted to take a monochromatic project with me. And my monochromatic project that I decided on, because I don't have very many, is Jardin Privé's Lady Halloween. I love this pattern. I'm stitching this on a 28 count vintage smoky white 2/2 with DMC 310, so just the black DMC. There's those scissors. I always like pack away some little scissors, but I put them back in my cart usually when I get home, and I didn't with that one. I was looking for them. So with her, I just stitched her in hand in the car because it was easier for me. And what did I add? I decided to start working on her hair. So I finished her hat and I started bringing down the hair on one side there. And so these are her bangs. And I'm super happy with this progress. Because, I mean, it's not very much stitching. I didn't stitch a lot of the time that I was in the car because the roads were quite bumpy. So I was like, oh, I wish I brought my Q-snap, but I just didn't feel like packing away a Q-snap. And yeah, I'm happy with it. Super cute. I'm happy that I'm to the point where I'm actually on the witch as well. And this is almost a page finish. So yeah, I love it. I love this progress. I love this project. And I love this fabric. I'm like super, super happy with this fabric. It reminds me of clouds, like the way that it's printed, because this is much like Vintage Country Mocha, but it's just a white version of it. That is very comparable, and it's a printed, so it's just one side, I believe. But yeah, it's really nice. So I'm liking that. And I and the needle minder on that one, that big old witch needle minder, is from Mad for Minders as well. So I just fold this one up really small, and I have the Jardin Privé pattern. And look at this, guys. So I bought these bags on Amazon, you know, the bags that I always buy. Well, I bought the wrong size because I'm an idiot. I just wasn't paying attention, and it was really late at night. You know, I said, stop letting me shop late at night. No one stopped me. Okay. And so I went and I bought these bags, and they're so small, but how perfect is this for these smaller pamphlets? I mean, like the Jardin Privés, the Plum Streets, Little House Needleworks, they fit amazing in here. So I'm super happy with that. My Mother's Tree project even fits in one of these, because that was able to where I could free up some of my larger bags and have these tiny ones, which are super easy to bring around. And I also wanted to show you guys this little floss drop I made. How cute is that? I thought that was perfect for the project because it's like Halloween themed. It's a little skeleton. And it's just got my black DMC on it. But yeah, I thought these bags are amazing. I'm so happy with that buy. I will definitely link this size below if it allows me to link like a certain size. If not, I'll put the dimensions and just link the listing from Amazon, because I think it was like a pack of 10 or 12. I always forget how many come in a bag, but I feel like this is so nice. It just fits so good. So highly recommend those. My next project, I know, My whips are out of control. I was all over the place this week, like, oh, Lord help me. So again, these small bags, I know it seemed like I really pulled that out, but you know, you can be a little bit more gentle about it. And it's a Little House Needleworks, so it's the exact size of the pouch. And this is the library. It has the genres of books on it. So it has, let's see here, romance, mystery, Western, and classics. And on the bottom it says, an open book is a window into the world. And I really, really want this piece because I want some cross-stitching pieces on this wall. This wall you don't actually see when you're sitting in my living room unless you're in my stitching seat. I sit on the left seat, which is like across from us in the living room. And when you're sitting there, you can see that wall, and that wall is empty, and it's a decent sized space. I think this will fit there. I'm not 100% sure, but regardless, I'll find a place for it because I love it so much. I'm just gonna show it one more time. I love it. And I'm stitching this on 28 count Monaco, which I got from 123 Stitch. And I'm using all the called for flosses, which is a mix of fancy flosses like Classic Colorworks and DMCs. You guys know me, the floss dealer. I've got it in a bag. I think that with this one, I didn't feel like putting them all on floss drops right away, so I've put them on floss drops as I use the DMCs, whereas the Classic Colorworks already come on the floss drops, so that was nice and easy for me. And what I worked on this was I decided to start the stepping stones. If you guys remember the last time I worked on this, I was finished with the door and I put it away. It was my birthday start, so I decided to start the steps. I know this is very minimal stitching, it's just a few rows, but hey, better than nothing. And I love this project. I love the variegation in this. I will say that this is a Classic Colorworks here, and I don't think it's necessary. I don't think that it's necessary to buy the Classic Colorworks. I think that there's probably a nice, like, pewtery gray color that's comparable, and that I would have saved, you know, not much, but a couple dollars by just using a normal gray. But I am really happy with that. My needle minder is from Mad for Minders, my faves, and all of my needles are John James Gold needles, in case you're curious. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. I think it's super cute. I love the way it's turning out on the Monaco. I'm hoping it fits nicely. I will say I'm a little worried. It might end up being one that I have to put on some kind of like foam core board and pop into a frame because there's gonna be very little margin. So we'll see how it goes, but I am happy with that. It's really cute, and the Monaco is super easy to stitch on. It reminds me of like what I wanted the Witcholt's fabric to be. Witcholt's fabric is really hard to stitch on, and I think it's like the threads are plump and it just shreds my DMC. Every single time I stitch on my pieces that have that, it just absolutely shreds them. The ends of the DMC, when I'm trying to weave them through, is awful. And so, I mean, I was fine with the fabric because I really love the color of the Witcholt's fabrics. Just they're really good neutrals. But I would rather have stitched some of those, some pieces on an Ada than on a Witcholt's. But this reminds me of what I want the Witcholt's to be. It's smooth to stitch through. It's a nice neutral color, and it still has like a thickness to it, which is really nice. And since I stitch on a Q-snap, it doesn't really matter all that much how stiff the fabric is. So yeah, that was my next project. Speaking of that Witcholt's, here she is. So this is stitched on 32 count Witcholt's, and it is Trick or Treat by the Prairie Schooler. I am stitching this with all the called for DMCs, 2/2. And here is my hard as a rock Witcholt's fabric. And here is my progress. If you guys watch the Virginia Stitchers, it's a mother-daughter duo, and the daughter, she is actually stitching this project as well. And she also has an Instagram, and she shows her progress on there. So I decided to pick this one back up, not this week, but the week prior, and I wanted to get the Little Witch's hat and hair done. So I did that because I thought my daughter would get a kick out of seeing it, and she did. And then I went over here to the little pumpkin kiddo and did the 2 pumpkin baskets. So that's going to be the cat's basket, and then this one's the pumpkins. and stitch the little candy, finish the dress, put in the arms. I am really happy with this progress, and I'm not gonna lie, I love the way it looks on this fabric. I love it. The color of this fabric, there is like such a nice variegation. I don't know if you can see that. Truly how great. It's like the perfect wheat linen, just natural color. I love it. It's so nice, but it is just a pain in the butt. It's killing my DMCs, man. I also realized too that I purchased way too big of a piece, and the next time I stitch one of these, because I have like four of these kitted up, I'm going to stitch it this way and not use up so much of the fabric, because I'm kind of wasting like all this margin over here I didn't need. I don't know. I was still such a new stitcher when I started this that I didn't really know, and I did purchase enough of this fabric. I purchased one for every kit that I kitted up, and so I don't need the extra. I probably won't use it because I'm not the biggest fan of the fabric. But yeah, I love this. And then this is a Mad for Minders needle minder. Just Jack the pumpkin patch or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah. I really like that, and like I said, all for DMCs. And I just put them on those little like teardrop floss straps. I do really like these. They're nice, and they're a bit thicker, more like cardstock. You can usually get those at your local, you can usually find those at an LNS. So yeah, those are the projects that I worked on in the past 2 weeks, but I have a finish. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. So this is my very first finish. And not only is it a finish, but it's an FFO. Okay, so I'm gonna insert a picture without the glass over it. So I'll insert a picture. It is my Halloween Witch cross stitch by Jennifer Lawrence. I believe her Etsy name is To Wonderland and Beyond. And here is my finish. I love it. I'm so excited. Can you tell? I know. So I stitched this on 32 count Pumpkin King. That's this beautiful variegated mottled like gray, brown, red fabric. And it says, double, double, toil and trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. Let me see if I can get this. Sorry, you're just getting the glare of my window. Kind of funny, and my tripod. So what did I change on this? What I changed was the cauldron. I'll put this down. I'll just pop a picture. So the cauldron, I decided I did not love the look of this tulip, like scalloped edge cauldron. It just didn't make sense to me. I've seen where the cauldrons sometimes have like almost like a pumpkin where it curves inwards just once at the bottom, but even that I don't really see on very many cross stitching projects. And I also noticed that the top of the cauldron, where like the handles per se are, they were not mirror images of each other. They were kind of like opposite, flipped upside down, and I didn't really like that. I wanted it to be cohesive, and so I did change the cauldron to match on both sides, and then I completely rounded the cauldron's bottom, and then I just took out, there's like a little, again, I'll have a photo here this whole time, so I took out the stem that's in the center of the cauldron completely and just did the two legs of the cauldron. You see, yeah, so I just did the two legs, and then I just completely rounded that out. So I am super pleased with this. I love it. I'm debating if I'm going to take the glass off. I might, but honestly, I like it a lot. I do wish I could have found a frame that fit it perfectly, but it was kind of a funky size, so I wasn't going to be able to fit it exact. But yeah, I'm happy with this. I cannot wait for Halloween. Like you guys know, Halloween is my absolute favorite season. I stitch, or I shouldn't say I stitch a lot of Halloween stuff. I should say I buy a lot of Halloween stuff. At this rate. So I want an entire wall. I have this wall in my, not my living room, but in my dining room, which I have a dining room and living room that like flow into each other, you know? So when you're sitting in my living room, you can see into the dining room. And so what I want is the entire back wall during the whole autumnal season to be all Halloween. And I want it to be cross-stitching projects that I have stitched. I have a big mirror in the middle that I think I might update to be a little bit more of a funky frame. But outside of that, with the mirror, I'm gonna leave that up and I'm gonna surround it with my cross-stitching pieces. This one I did put in just a regular frame. As you can see, I just taped it. I did try to lace it, but I wasn't obsessed. So you can see my terrible finishing. But literally all I did was I purchased this on Amazon and I stretched it really tight and then made sure that it was like tucked into this like bubbled out portion of the frame, and then put in the backing, which is quite thick, and I taped it because I need to get some like foam board that'll fit and that'll help me out with the finishing. But for now, I just taped her in there so that I can at least have it to show. And I mean, this allows me the opportunity to change the frame, so I might not even change it. I might just leave it like it is. But I'm just gonna put it right here. Right here I have a picture of my husband and I when we were dating. So this is like maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And I have some of my knitting books and I have a candle that I'm obsessed with. I love that candle and I just leave it out all year round. So this is gonna go probably back there during the Halloween season. But yeah, I love, love, love this. And next up, that is all of my whips. That is all of my finishes and my FFOs. So if you were here to see if you won the Pink Hill Manor, I am going to insert a clip of who won this project, and I will insert that here. All right, I pulled the winner for my giveaway and I pinned your comment. Kayla D, you are the winner of my Pink Hill Manor pattern. So if you could just shoot me a message on Instagram, that would be awesome. If you don't have an Instagram, just leave me a comment below and let me know. I don't use Instagram, girlfriend, and I will go ahead and send you my email address so that I can get that shipped on over to you. Thank you so much for participating. I really do appreciate your support. Congrats. Right, so congratulations to the winner of the Pink Hill Manor. I'll be shipping this off to you. I do need your shipping address though. So if you have an Instagram, then message me on Instagram. My Instagram name will be in the down bar. If you don't have an Instagram, please comment on the video, this video here, and let me know you don't have an Instagram. And I will give you my email address because I'm going to be creating an email for this page during the time after I edit this, so I'll have a new email address to give to you. But if you have Instagram, reach out to me. It's Megan_Babauta_, so it's just my first and last name. Or you can look up the Seattle Stitcher, and I do pop up that way as well. So yeah, congratulations to whoever the winner was. I'm not sure. I'm going to be inserting that, so it'll be future me. All right, so if that is all you stuck around for, thank you so, so much. I just want to say a big thank you as well to all of you and all of my new subscribers. I am like, I think like 20 or 15 people away from 2,000, and that's absolutely insane. I cannot believe there's that many of you. Like, wow, you guys want to watch me? That's crazy. I also want to watch you. So just thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to have another giveaway once I reach 2,000 subscribers, so keep the lookout for that because that'll probably be my next episode. So yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're not a subscriber and you watch, please think about subscribing and, you know, liking, or hey, even dislike, I don't care. Do what you're gonna do. So, you know, thank you. And if that is all you stuck around for, to see if you won and to watch my whips, then, you know, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful, blessed week, and much love to you all. If you are here for the acquisitions because I have no self-control, then welcome. I do have actually one other thing to mention though about my cross-stitching. So I, as you guys know, have been working on this cross-stitching piece. It was my very first cross-stitching whip, and it is Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. So I have about 2 pages finished, and I am stitching this on a 14 count white Aida. It is a huge blanket size piece of Aida, and I realized I just do not like the 14 count Aida. I think the reason is there's a lot of empty space in Pandemic. Yes, a lot of it is full coverage, but there is a lot of empty space. And although in video you cannot see all the squares, sorry, I have to sneeze. Okay, sorry, I just sneezed. So although in video you cannot see all the little squares, in person it's very visible. And I thought in the beginning I could put a foam core board behind this that was white and it would really just make it less evident. But over time I realized because this is such a large count, with it being 14 count, that there was just no way I was going to be able to make it look not as like, I don't know, because it's not the blockiness that bothers me, it's just something about it I'm not obsessed with the way it's looking. So she is a UFO. But Bridget of the Museum Stitcher is like the sweetest baby angel ever, and she let me know that she would make this into a drum. So I'm going to be finishing out this progress here, so 2 pages, which pretty much I just need to bring down the border, cross the border along here, and cross the border along that side, and she's gonna make it into a little drum for me. You know, honestly, even if I just framed this tiny piece, I really like it. I am going to be restarting this though. I'm just on the lookout, on the hunt for a really nice cream colored fabric. I want a subtle variegation, not an Aida, but a linen. So I'm on the hunt. I've purchased a few pieces that have arrived and they're not exactly what I'm looking for, but I've got plenty of plans for those. So this is my UFO of the week. And I must say, I did this a few days ago, but then oddly enough, yesterday, I was perusing my Flosstube peeps and I saw the Curious Crafters, my favorite little sister duo, and they were doing a Stitch It or Ditch It. And I mean, perfect timing. If you haven't watched that video, definitely go give it a watch, because they also showed projects where they're like, should we stitch it or ditch it? And let me tell you, sisters, I am ditching this one. She is gonna be a goner. I mean, I do love this. She's stunning, she's beautiful, she's magnificent, but it's just not calling to me anymore. I Stitch It is my very first cross stitch piece. It was my, you know, beginning, and I'm gonna move on from it. I will be restarting it, but with the things that I find I love now, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, shout out to them for the extra encouragement. I have all my DMCs here, and I just have this folded up in my stash. I will say, so I have 2 rolls of this Aida, 14 count white Aida, that are this big. If you want that Aida, leave a comment and just say Aida. So whatever other comment you leave, but include the word Aida, and I will send you those 2 rolls, because I don't think I'm going to use them. I actually think for little smalls and stuff, like stuff you put in your bathroom or like your powder room or whatever, I actually think it'd be really cute. But that's actually what I plan on saving the rest of this for. And I realize, you know, I'm probably not going to need 2 entire more rolls of, like, I don't know what size this is. It's massive though, right? And so if you do stitch on 14 count Aida, or you have a kid and you know your kid would stitch on a 14 count Aida, or maybe you're a dyer and you just want to practice dyeing at home or whatever, and you want some 14 count Aida for free, hey, let me know. Just leave a comment below and I'll send it off to you. All right. So that was my UFO. My one knitting project of the week is a little double brimmed hat. So this is not a pattern that exists. I made this pattern up. So I knit these hats every single year for my husband, and I had just finished knitting socks for Alexis at Alexis_MyAmazingWorld. Her Flosstube is amazing. Her and her wife Kia are just beautiful, wonderful people. Highly recommend watching them. If you haven't given them a watch, go like and subscribe, give them some love over there. But I was messaging back and forth with Alexis and Bridget, because I was like, Alexis, I need that Addie girl. So she sent me her address and I shipped those off last week. But I was like, Bridget, do you want a hat or something, or socks? I mean, I know you literally live like in the devil's asshole. It's so hot where she lives. But I know that the winters are still chilly, so I asked her, you know, what she would want, and she said that she would like a beanie, and so I am knitting her a little beanie. This is a double brimmed beanie, which is where I have knit actually this length. I've knit this length double. So this is actually this much amount of stitching of knitting, and I whip stitch it onto itself. So this is double brimmed, as you can see the knit stitches, and then you can fold this piece up if you'd like. You don't have to, and it creates a fitted cap, or you can leave it down and it leaves a like more saggy beanie. Just depends on the style you like. And I'm knitting this with a nice soft Cloudborne sport weight. And I'm knitting this with my ChowGoo interchangeables. And I asked her what color she liked, and she said she liked like neutrals, grays, beige, things like that. And this is like my favorite neutral. It's like the perfect warm gray tone. I just feel like it matches everything. So I'm gonna do one in this color and then maybe another color, I don't know. I'm of course gonna knit her another hat because I don't know if the fingering weight is gonna work, or sorry, the sport weight is gonna work. So I'm gonna do a fingering weight one as well. But I gotta figure out of my stash what color I want to knit for the next one. But yeah, this is going well. Like I said, I knit my husband these hats every single year, a little stack of them. So this is like my go-to pattern, and I just know it in my head because I made it up. And yeah, I'll probably start the decreases for the crown here pretty soon. I just quarter mine, so I quarter it, so that's 4 sections. And I do double decreases on the side of one single knit stitch. So double decreases every 4 sections. So if you're a knitter, that made sense. If not, sorry. So anywho, on to my acquisitions. I know that this video is going to be very long. I apologize. If you don't have a drink, go and get one. Cheers. I bought way too much stuff, okay? And you know what that means? That means August. Bridget and I are holding each other accountable, but we need you guys to hold us accountable as well. So me and the museum stitcher are planning to do no buy August. Ooh, pray for me, pray for us, because it ain't gonna go well. I have little faith. So anyways, my acquisitions have been a little crazy this month, and I was like, I gotta get myself under control. And she happened to bring up, I think it was her, right? Bridget, was it you that said we should do a no buy? And I was like, yes, we're doing a no buy. Have I purchased things that'll probably be arriving next month in August? Yes. Does that mean I purchased them in August? No. So I'm doing good. So for starters, a few patterns. So I purchased this one, and I just thought it was really funny. This is actually one that I'm gonna stitch on that 14 count Ada, so I can get the biggest stitch count, or the biggest size possible. And it says, please don't summon spirits in the bathroom. And this is from Night Spirit Studio. So I just printed this one. I thought it was really funny, and I definitely want to start this because I need more smalls, like 100% need more smalls. This is another one that I printed, and I have been having anything that I get as a PDF. I've been going to Office Depot, printing it, having them bind it, as well as add a cover sheet. I know that seems super extra, and it is an added expense, but it's worth it to me because I have a 4-year-old. And if I leave this kind of paper out, ooh, it's gone, it's gone. Problem is, they can't bind pieces that are only a few pages, so you can see how thin that is. Whereas something like this Happy Halloween by Brian Jackson is much larger. So I took this one in after I had it printed and decided to have it bound and everything as well. So I've shown this before. This is actually my planned start for this weekend because Kelsey, this girl that I found on Facebook, I know, I'm like a labradoodle. I'm like, do you want to be my friend? So I asked her, you know, is it okay if I talk about you on my channel? Like a creeper? And she was like, yeah, go for it. So we are going to be stitching this together. If you are in Cross Stitching Unlimited, it's a Facebook group, then feel free to join us. And even like if you just hashtag, so hashtag the Seattle Stitcher, I would love that. I would love to see your progress just on things that I've influenced you to buy or whatever. I'm okay with that. So Happy Halloween, and this again is by Brian Jackson. It looks so good. And Kelsey, she just restarted hers because she had started stitching it, and Pattern Keeper doesn't show you half stitches or blended stitches. She didn't realize that until she was already in, I think she was stitching into the house here, and she didn't realize that until she was a bit of a ways in there. So she decided to restart it, and I was like, ooh, stitch along, Kelsey? Yes, girlfriend. Okay, so now we're doing a stitch along. But I still need to start mine. I was planning to start it today, but things kind of got crazy, and now I have dinner plans. You know how it goes. The next one I really want to start is this piece here, Purple Stitching, Classic Book, I think Book Spines is what it is, Classic Book Spines. And that one, whoo, she's thick. So that is full coverage. but isn't that beautiful? And so this one I did kit up completely. Ooh, look at that. This is substantial. She's heavy, okay? So I have this all nice bound in a beautiful book. I mean, I just love this. I love having them in a book. I think it's so nice. And I have all the DMCs that are called for, and I decided to kit it up with a 28 count antique white Lugana because I think Lugana works really well for full coverage pieces, and it'll look really nice with the stitching. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a 2/2, so that is gonna go into kitted up projects. And then the next project that I had purchased as a PDF and printed and bound is another Night Spirit Studio, and I believe this is Edwardian Moon. Yeah, and I do need to purchase fabric for this one. I'm not gonna do a black. I think I'm gonna do probably, I actually really like, I got this sample of India ink, and this is from Jackson Fabrics. I think I'm gonna purchase this and stitch Edwardian Moon on that. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, so she gets me, man, with these samples. I'm telling you, every sample she sent me, I've purchased. So that's probably part of the problem. So I'm loving those, and I'm super excited about that. Next, let's see, what else do I have? Let me get my bin of things. So those are some of my patterns. Some of the other patterns that I purchased are Plum Street Samplers. This is a Shepherd's Song. I believe that this is a newer, yeah, copyright 2020. So this is a newer one. It says, "May goodness and mercy follow thee." I think what got me were all these little sheep. I love the sheep, and I like the black house a lot. I'm gonna look and see if they have any more that have this black house in the center, because I think I saw another and I was like, ooh, I need to buy that. So I purchased that one. Little House Needleworks is definitely becoming, like, by far one of my favorite designers, and so I purchased this one, which is the Suffrage Act. This one's a new-ish 2019. So I really liked that. I loved the lady in her dress. I liked the flag and everything. I don't know, you guys know that I'm not very Americana, so I will probably replace the bunting with something else. I'm not sure what just yet. And then her flag will probably become a pride flag or an all-inclusive flag. Who knows? You never know until I start stitching it. So I'm happy with those two. And I purchased these from Hollis Hands Creates. She has a YouTube channel as well, so I will link her. But I am obsessed. I love her. I love her shipping. She has the best customer service. Like, I purchased from a company that didn't even email me back when I emailed them 3 months after waiting for a single piece of fabric. And I'm the type of person, I will order one item. And then if your shipping and everything is like smooth and you make it such an easy process for me as the consumer, then I will not stop purchasing from you. I will keep on buying and keep on supporting. And she is one of those people that is just quick, seamless, like, there's no wait time, good communication, just amazing. So I will definitely keep purchasing. And with that, I also ordered, Hollis Hands Creates, puts these little tags on, which I love that she does this. And this is Cream and Sugar 32 count from Fiber on a Whim. I was thinking about this being my new pandemic piece, because the Cream and Sugar is obviously a very nice, light, creamy base, but I'm not 100% sure. I actually think that this would look really good for both the patterns I purchased, but I purchased quite a large piece, as you can see, because again, I thought I was gonna stitch Pandemic on it, but I'm not sure just yet. I might wait it out and see what else I can find, but I am really happy with this piece. I think it's just beautiful. It's a very, very subtle variegation, not very much, but you can kind of see there's just a little bit of mottling, but it's beautiful. So I'm really happy with that. Thank you to Hollis Hands Creates. I love her. And the next things I purchased are actually fabrics. So I went to a fabric shop. Actually, you know what? I still have more fabric and more cross-stitching stuff, so we'll get to fabrics in a moment. So my lavender and lace patterns fit in these small bags that I purchased, but I had accidentally left out, for some reason when I was at my local shop, I had forgotten to grab the DMCs and I'd forgotten to grab the cry neck. So I ordered up both the cry necks that are called for, and then I also picked up the 2 colors of thread that I couldn't find. So that's gonna complete my kitting up of The Spirit of Christmas by Lavender and Lace, which is a little Santa project. And so now this one is also fully kitted. Yay! I wanted to try these Morgan hoops. This is a 7-inch hoop. Bridget, she had said that she uses these when she's traveling because they're so lightweight. It is really lightweight, and I am excited to give this a try. I haven't tried it out just yet. Whenever I purchase something that has to do with cross-stitching, quilting, knitting, I put it in the bottom of my rolling cart, which is right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I wanted to give this a try. So I purchased this on Amazon. It was only like, I think 10 bucks, which is affordable for me. So I'm happy with this purchase, and I'm hoping I like it as much as I like my Q-snaps. I like everything to be drum tight. So the Nerge hoops I love, but I'm not obsessed with. Not obsessed with them as much as I am my Q-snaps. So I'm gonna give that a try and see how it goes. I got some of these Quilter's Perfect clips, and I think I got these on Amazon. I don't remember anymore. And it's just a pack of like 25 of them. Yeah. So I got those so that I can start stitching. I picked up a new pair of my Ginger Stork scissors because mine, my aunt gave me, and they're starting to squeak. I know that I could just put something like maybe WD-40 on them or something and that would fix it, but I don't mind just buying a new pair. So I decided to purchase these because these are my favorite scissors. Thank goodness I purchased these and got them like within a few days, and I haven't used them yet because I like to show you guys my acquisitions. And I'm killing myself. I wanted to break into these so bad. I purchased another bobbin of Anchor Black and just some more black DMCs. Not important stuff to show. Next up though, this is a fun one. So you guys remember, oh no, do I not have them over here? Let me look 1 second. Oh, I didn't bring my creepy babies over here. What a disappointment. Well, anyways, you guys remember last week I showed you guys those cute little like 80s doll babies and how I'm gonna make them creepy babies. Well. I couldn't figure out what fabric to choose, and I knew that I had seen Barnwood at my LNS and liked it. So, Barnwood, they make an Ada. Amazing. So I picked up 2 pieces of Barnwood from 123 Stitch. And that's a pretty good representation of the color. It's a little more purple in person, but isn't she pretty? Love it. So I have 2 pieces of that, and these are gonna be for Laddie and Lacey, my creepy babies, which I say with much affection. And again, if you have them and you are stitching them to not be creepy with their cute little geese friends, that is 100% okay. Just like me making them creepy was 100% okay as well. Yeah, I just love them. I think they're amazing. I totally stole the idea from Kitschy Whips, and I ordered mine up on Amazon, or sorry, not on Etsy. So I just looked up Laddie and Lacey, and I found a seller that was selling them together, and so I purchased them there. I'm not sure. Oh, I'll have to see. I'm not sure. So Kitschy Whips actually was giving those away. And so if you want them, you just had to comment on her video and say like, I want the creepy babies, and she would send them to you. I'm not sure if someone already claimed them, but yeah, go watch her video and comment on it if you want them. I guess we'll see if they're still available. Maybe she'll comment on this video and let me know. So those were my cross-stitching acquisitions, but I did end up going to the most amazing quilting store. So I'm gonna show you guys the card. It's Gigi's Quilting Ink, and they are located in Yelm, Washington. Oh, sorry, my hand is too shaky. So their phone number, let me give you it because let me tell you, you're gonna wanna go here. The website is just www.gg, like G-E-E-G-E-E, quilting.com, and their phone number is 360-458-5616. They don't even have everything on their webpage. They've been in business for over 45 years. Wow, this shop is impeccable. The fabrics are sorted in a rainbow, and it is perfection. Perfection. You guys know I love a Roy G. Biv, okay? Oh man. Oh man. I just wanted to buy everything. I went there. I was out with my dad, and he knew that I'd wanted to check out this store, and he was like, oh, let's go to that store. And I was like, huh, I didn't even bring my wallet, Dad. We can't go because then I'll be sad. And he was like, I have my wallet. And I was like, deal. So we went in there, and he totally helped me pick out some fabrics because we're both like Halloween nuts, and we both really like cars, and we like a lot of the same things. So we went in there and we just had a heck of a time. But this shop is amazing. Amazing customer service. Give them a call if you're looking for a fabric that you can't find to you locally. They ship. They have so much selection. Oh my goodness, so much selection. So I'm gonna show you guys the fabrics that I purchased. First off, my dad and I both really like sugar skulls, and I love pinups. Anything that's like this old fashioned, like 50s vintage look and vibe. I just thought this was too cute to pass up. I love the tattooed ladies. They're just beautiful. I mean, look at her. She's stunning. And then this lady right here, beautiful. So I was obsessed with this, had to have it. I'm obsessed with the skulls. I might use them as like lining fabric. I might use it as an outer fabric. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely gonna make a bag with that. To pair with it, I'm not sure if I am gonna put this on the inside or the outside again, but I thought sugar skull pumpkins would be super cute. I just like sugar skulls. I don't know. I must get it from my parents because they like them too, and they're like all out for Halloween, much like myself, so I had to get that. This one I actually picked up at Joann's, just a regular Joann's trip. I saw Alexis was talking about this fabric, and I was like, ooh, must find. And Joann's had a 25% off, or pretty sure it was Joann's, had a 25% off of their Halloween fabric. So I picked that piece up. And these, I got every single one of them in a half yard. The next one is from Gigi's Quilting. Amazing. It has cauldrons on it. It says like the Candy Corn Quilt Shop, Bella Boutique. I mean, just so cute. Blueberry pies. It's adorable. I thought this would be a really cute project bag or a lining. Again, couldn't decide. This one is the only, or no, I have a couple of different fabrics from Joann's. This is another one I got from Joann's. I'm actually gonna make a bag out of this and use it for my Happy Halloween, the Brian Jackson piece, because I thought, oh my gosh, how perfect is that? Oh, it's so cute. I'm obsessed with this fabric. I love that it's purple in the background. It totally reminds me of my childhood, like the 2000s, when people would go and buy like a long piece of this, a couple yards, and make like a runner for their tables or their entryway tables. And they'd have Halloween parties. Yeah, the best. This fabric, oh my goodness. Tell me this does not remind you of Halloween Quakers, okay? Tell me it doesn't remind you of it. It's cats. OMG. Because it's cats and bats. Oh my goodness, I love it. So I'm totally gonna be making a bag out of this. I'm obsessed. Gigi's Quilting. Again, this is from Gigi's Quilting. Oh, obsessed. The next one I got is again from Gigi's Quilting. Ooh, look at this. This is like Gone Batty, Happy Haunting, Trick or Treat, Something Sweet. Obsessed. Oh, you guys know I am like addicted to Halloween, okay? My daughter loves Halloween. I love Halloween. I might even make her a couple of tops if I can find a really simple pattern. And then, ooh man, let me tell you, I might have to stand up for this, so let me back up my chair. They had these panels. These are quilting panels. So someone, if you're a quilter, can you help me? Help. So I bought a couple of panels, and I do not know how to use them to make a bag or how to use them to make a wall hanging. What do? Do you quilt it? Do you put the batting in it and the backing and then you hang it from a rod? Because look at this. So not only is that like gargoyle perfection, but tell me that is not the creepiest, most amazing thing you've ever seen. And just wait, it gets better. Gargoyle perfection. Yes. I'm obsessed. So either I want to like use this for the front of the bag, this for the back of the bag, and then maybe do like a bright orange interior fabric, or a hanging during Halloween in my house. But I don't know how to make a hanging. So if you have any like people you follow that show videos on quilting with a small machine at home, I have a brother, like a basic brother sewing machine, then please let me know in the comments below recommendations, or even just recommendations for what you would do with this fabric. I have a really big table, so this isn't big enough to make a runner or anything like that, but I had to have it. My dad was like, oh yes, you have to have that. It's so funny, we're so much alike. The next one is kind of like a witch's shop or something, and it has a bunch of black cats and candles, and I think this one will be good for an interior of a bag, maybe even an exterior. I don't know. I try to keep the interiors brighter colors so that it's easier for me to find floss. If I drop like black DMC in a bag, it's less likely I'll see it. So I'll probably find some kind of colorful print to pair with that one. Again, I need some help. So I did get another one of these panels. My dad actually spotted this one first, I think. I just don't know what to do with them because I'm obsessed. It is a pumpkin patch with the like spookiest tree you've ever seen in your life, an amazing full moon, a beautiful, that looks like a, maybe like a 30-something, 40-something Ford. Just amazing. The pumpkins. Oh. But what would you make with this? What do you make with this? Should I just put it on a rod and hang it in my home during Halloween? I don't know. I need help. But I definitely love those. They're just amazing. Even just like this for a project bag would be awesome. Even just the bottom half with the pumpkins would be awesome. So I'm just not sure what to make out of these, if it's gonna be bags or what. I haven't decided, but I'm obsessed. The next one I thought was super cute, be a good exterior fabric. It's just a bunch of different like potion bottles. So black cat oil, hemlock drops, witch's breath, all sorts of random stuff. So I thought was really cute. And then I did get 1 yard of this solid black. It's a little bit of a thicker piece. It's a sparkly, but in person, it's not so much gold as it is orange. It's just very orangey gold sparkle on a black cotton base. And I just thought that would be really nice for an interior or for like the flat part of the zipper or whatever it may be back. So I did get a whole yard of that because it paired a lot with all of my Halloween pieces. So those were all of my fabrics that I purchased. So again, Gigi's Quilting, highly recommend, give them a call. They are amazing. And again, customer service was out of this world. I did go on Amazon and picked up a couple of these Pellon lightweight interfacing because that's what I like to use. And I also randomly decided I wanted to get into journaling. So this is called the Victoria's Journal. I purchased it on Amazon. They have tons of colors. I'll put it in the description box below, but I decided I wanted to start junk journaling, so I just put an M. I got these bibliophilia stickers. I got this on Amazon as well. And I started doing a junk journal, but my junk journal is actually correlating to my Flosstube and my cross stitching. So it's gonna be all my cross stitching whips, people that I wanna talk about, people that I've been watching lately, my finishes, stuff like that, because I can also just print off some pictures of my finishes, and that way I kind of get to reminisce on it later on in life if I ever do look back on things like this, or maybe someday my daughter will look back on things like this, or maybe it'll end up in the trash. I don't know. Either way, I'm okay with that. So yeah, I purchased a bunch of random little scraps of fabric and stickers and things like that. And I got these like clear bins to put a bunch of stickers and stuff. So there's just tons of stickers in these and like scraps of little pieces of paper and things. So that worked out really well. And I've just been obsessed. I love this. It's such a good idea. And that is everything. I promise. This is such a long video. I can't believe you're here if you're still watching. Thank you. But I did want to say that I have been watching a few different Flosstubers, and I wanted to shout them out in this video. The first one is 23 Flavors of Stitching. She is, I think, same age as me or close to it, young, married, and I can't remember what state they live in, but she stitches just the cutest stuff, beautiful stitching, and her videos are just very calm, and she seems like so calm and peaceful, and I love watching her. She also does a lot of stitch with me videos, and those are super fun for me to watch while I'm sitting on the couch and stitching, so I definitely highly recommend her. Another one is the Bookish Stitcher. Her name is Lauren, and she just started her channel a couple of months ago. She put out her first video, and recently she's been uploading a bit more. So she has a lot of content. She's going on a trip soon to Germany with her dad, and so that'll be really fun to see progress and things that she brings with. So definitely highly recommend checking her out. Rachel Q Stitches is another channel that I've watched for quite some time, and I adore her. She is just a beautiful stitcher, stitches on amazing, beautiful pieces. Her husband is like a chemistry teacher, I believe, and I know that she's learning to become something to do with the church. But I don't know if there's a separate name for it if you're a woman rather than like a preacher. You're not a preacher, you know? I don't know. But anywho, she's amazing, and I love watching her, so definitely recommend. Another one is Stitches by Shelby. I've been loving watching her, so I highly recommend checking them out and giving them some love. Let them know that I sent you on over. And, you know, again, thank you so much to all of you, like almost 2,000 of you. Like, y'all wouldn't even fit in my house anymore. Some of you'd have to sit outside. Lucky for you, it did get a little bit nicer, so you wouldn't have to sit in the rain today. I'm so sorry this was such a long one, but thank you so much for watching. I can't believe it, you know? You guys are amazing. This community is amazing. I can't say that enough. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.